Hello and greetings everyone. My name is Steve. Welcome Bull Runners. Welcome to the Bull Run community. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. In this video today, I want to discuss the staking situation that came out since yesterday. There's this article on CoinDesk. I think it's very interesting, which I wanted to share with you today. I will copy the link to this article and put it down in the description section so you can take your time and read through it. It's really short. I just think it's important to cover this since, as you know, we're heavily into staking. As you see here on Etherscan, our number one wallet here is the staking contract. We're actually staking 74.3% of our total supply is being staked, which is incredible. The way our staking works is different though, in the sense that we don't give out our native tokens. We give out USDC distributions, which actually are coming from right here, which are coming from the taxes, buy and sell taxes, 2% from the buy and 3% from the sell taxes. So these are actually USDC distributions that are being shared amongst those who are participating in our dual staking platform. And the reason why we have that dual staking platform is to keep the ecosystem sustainable, to encourage the community to hold the tokens. By doing that, they're eligible for USDC distributions that come from these taxes that are charged from buy and sell. So that said, let's get to the article itself. The article basically says that that there are rumors going around that the SEC, which is the US Security Exchange and Commission, is working to get rid of the retailers focused staking offerings. And this is specifically for the proof of stake system, which basically are, once you stake, you receive the native tokens. A lot of the big layer one blockchains do that. It's nothing new. This has become very lucrative for the centralized exchanges, of course, that are diversifying their revenue streams. And even Coinbase themselves are the second largest staker of Ethereum. Who has to worry about this? The decentralized alternatives such as Lido and Rocket Pool, they'll be the ones that will benefit from this. Because like we always say, not your keys, not your wallet. So if you're into these centralized exchanges, first of all, your assets are not yours. They belong to the exchange. And whatever regulation has to be implemented affects you directly. But those decentralized alternatives such as Lido and Rocket Pool, what does decentralized mean? You have your own wallet, you have control over your own assets, you're your own bank. The whole idea of cryptocurrency is for you to be your own bank, for you to have full control over your own assets, crypto assets, and also to avoid censorship as your wallet has a wallet address. There's two addresses. You have your public address and your private keys. Your private keys are for you and you only. Only those who have access to the private keys have access to the assets that are in your wallet. Your public key is basically your address that people can send funds to you. Keep in mind, that's just your address. It's a bunch of numbers and nobody knows the identity of the person. So that's what you mean with it's non-censored, like nobody knows who the individual is. There is no information about their identity, their gender, their work, geographic region, none of that, so that's the beauty of it. The SEC cannot block users from posting 32 ETH. Like if they wanted to become validators, Ethereum validators, the SEC can't stop them from doing that. They might try to restrict and do stuff like that, but they won't be able to do it. As a decentralized protocol, it's unlikely, like Lido, has the same compliance as the security rules that are for US domiciled centralized entities like Coinbase. So who's the most affected are US domiciled centralized exchanges such as Coinbase, Kraken, etc. And what I'm taking out of this is those who are benefiting are actually the decentralized projects that don't have to abide to those regulations in the US. So my takeaway is that all these US domiciled centralized exchanges are obviously being targeted and have to abide to certain laws since they're US domiciled and centralized. And you as a retail investor, you have to be subject to those regulations. But if you're decentralized, meaning you have full control over your own wallet, you're your own bank, there's no custody over you by an entity. You hold your own custody. You have full access, full control of your own wallet. This is what blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is all about. This is why, to get away from the traditional finance, to be your own bank, to have full control over your assets, and to be able to, have not being censored. All you see is your public address, which has no gender, no geographic region attached to it, and no any other data about you. It's just those strings of numbers and alphabets that are put together as your public address, and nobody knows the identity of the individual. That's the difference between your decentralized wallet that you have full control and full custody of, that is not censored, versus your centralized custodian account with your assets in there that are actually not yours because they're not your keys, so they're not your assets. So that's basically what I get out of this. This is a very interesting article. I encourage you to read through it and build your own opinion. But this is why we always say that decentralization is the future. There's no way around it. If you want to be your own bank, if you want to have full control over your own assets, you have to learn the ways of decentralized finance, which is outside of institutions holding your assets, holding your funds, and with the regulations being coming in, you'll be subject to certain regulations depending on what geographic region that you live in. And since those are not your assets, and depending on how it goes, you might be at risk of even losing your assets. It's always encouraged to have full control, full custody over your own wallet, your own assets. That's the only true way of decentralization. What I'm saying here is a lot of retailers will flock into DeFi as these exchanges become more and more restricted. A lot more people, retailers, will move over to DeFi, decentralized finance, where they learn how to open their own wallets, how to be their own banks, how to have control over their own assets, how to have full custody over them, and that's what's coming. So that's a good sign. Will force those who really aim for that change from the old traditional ways into having full custody over your own funds, full control of your own wallet, of your own assets. This is the only way that you can achieve that, by learning how to create your own wallet, how to have custody over your own assets, and then learning also how different wallets work, your hot wallets, your cold wallets, your ledgers, your treasures, and how to use these DeFi apps like Uniswap to really have full control over your funds and assets. So this is just a highlight, something I wanted to highlight, that it's actually a good news for crypto enthusiasts that are focused on DeFi and want to have full control over their own funds, have full custody over their own assets, and get away from the traditional finance as we know it. So this was a short video to just highlight basically this article. Feel free to read it on your own. It's important to just show you that the importance of learning how to be your own bank, how to have control of your own wallet, be your own custodian of your assets. That's very important, and that's what's coming, and that's what retail will have to learn one way or the other, because these regulations are coming in. The centralized exchanges are being really cracked down, and you have to learn these things in order to be ahead and get ahead, because regulations are being implemented this year, 2023. And also as far as staking is concerned, because it's DeFi and Uniswap is not in any US jurisdiction, it's not affected by it whatsoever. Plus, you have custody over your own assets, so you don't have to worry about a centralized exchange telling you what to do with your own funds, since they have custody over them, and that you have to abide by whatever regulation that they're under in that specific region. So I hope this video was of help to you, and just highlighted some things that are important, that you should consider, that you understand the importance of having full custody over your own assets and funds, and why it's so important to use decentralized apps, because they give you that full control over the custody of your assets. Thank you very much. I hope this video was of help. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your Friday, and let's keep in touch.